get on the edges first. Again, if it's hard to get off, you can get like an alcohol swab. You know, you lift all the edges first. That's just easier. And of course, you know, you tell your patient, you know, if this is hurting you, let me know.
But that's why you give them pain medication.
And you know,
Most of the time,
David, not all the dressings are gonna require pain medication. You know, some of them might be to where the patient's okay. And I heard Ms. Freeman say, you know, you always wanna check your doctor's orders. The thing about betadine, if your patient is allergic to betadine, then they usually use chlorhexidine to clean it. So always make sure before you go in and you take that betadine, because a lot of the dressing changes have betadine. Your PICC line dressings, your central line dressings, they used to have betadine. I think now they use the chlorhexidine because so many people were allergic to it.
So my question is, because I'm just a little confused on what's using. So betadine you would use to clean it and you just leave it there to dry. You don't wipe it off or
Right.
anything and all.
Right.
And that's your PICC lines and central lines.
anything pre-surgery.
And if, you know, this patient had a hip surgery, you know, here, you could just, you know, use that swab and clean it. So then, this is the ABD pad. And I want you to, you can lift that. Then you're gonna wanna take this dressing out. You see, that's just an incision. That one's not packed. So you wanna look at the incision, you wanna look at the dressing that you have and see what it looks like. And that incision, you know, is a little pink around there, right?
Yeah.
So what you do with, somebody open that red bag and put it down here on the table for, on the. So the old dressing you're gonna put in the gloves, right? So, let's just get all that in the gloves.
Too small?
Yeah, kind of, but that's
Sorry.
okay. All right. All right, so we're just gonna look at that. We're gonna make that this is just a dry dressing, okay? You have to use this. I don't even know what's all in here. I'm gonna lift away, there, and then towards me. Okay. So there's kind of like your sterile field, okay? So, since I don't have sterile gloves on, you know, I really can't touch anything in here, correct?
I catch.
Oh, yes, of course, I wash my hands, didn't you see me? Alright, so I kinda just moved that, but what's nice is this is your sterile field. I'm gonna move this a little bit over here, over here. I'm gonna take these gloves out. Because this packet, now it's not sterile, right? Cause I touched it with my hands. Everything else in here, though, is sterile. So your gloves, these are your sterile gloves. And I'm gonna put them right on the bed. Depending on, you know, if your patient moves around a lot, you may wanna put them here. But the biggest thing is this is not, so I can go ahead and touch this. What I wanna do is put my fingers under here and open this up, okay? So now, these gloves are sterile, my hands are not. If you're right-handed, I pick up the right glove first. So I can pick it up here, cause you can see how the cuff is folded over. I can put my hand in. And I have these gloves that are kinda small on me. Okay, so this hand is sterile, right? What you do is you go under the cuff on the second one. I put my hand here. So my hands, these are sterile, right? Because you didn't see me touch anything else. When you have your sterile gloves on, you want to keep them like above waist level. You don't want to go, you know, below that. So now I can touch everything here. Because all this is sterile, right? This, I mean, it can just be like a drape on your patient if you want. See, and there is a bag. I wasn't sure what all was gonna be in here. Here's a bag that you can use, but I've got this already. You can lay everything here because this is still sterile. I got my 4x4s, I have my tape. I want to put my tape over there. This is just some rolling gauze like that if I want to use that type of gauze. And here, I have my Betadine. I have my CTAs, and I have an ABD. Okay?
Bless you.
Bless you. So let's just say,
Sterile.
remember this is just a dry dressing. So you guys are either gonna pick a dry dressing or a wet to dry. Selvin? Or, Selvin, can we use Betadine on the mannequins or no? Some mannequins you cannot. Can I use Betadine on this incision? So this is what the swabs look like. They're just like Q-tips with Betadine. So remember, this is still sterile. I took the top off and I put it in the trash. So I'm just gonna start at the top and go down just one time. And then get another one and go down again. You know.
Just
and
once?
You can do it 3 times, you can just do it once, you know, it just depends how the dressing works. So then I'm done with that, okay? Now when you learn how to put a Foley in, the Betadine goes different, you know, side to side and down the middle. But here, you can kind of go back and forth if you want in a zigzag or just down like I did. So now what I'm gonna do, if we needed to put ointment, you could put like some Neosporin ointment right here on your, this is still all sterile. And then just use the cotton tip applicator. Let's just say that I have some, and I'm just gonna put some of that on there.
Are you gonna want us to?
No, no. Just that, okay. So now what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna get the dry dressing. Now if this was a wet to dry, you would pour the liquid in here. You would pour the saline in here. So what the best thing is to have a partner that would pour the saline in for you. Now sometimes if it's a wet to dry, sometimes they may have a little container of saline already in here that's sterile that you can open it up. There, and there, and then maybe I'll take another one. And see, if you were just doing a clean dressing, you know, if you didn't touch the whole dressing, that could just be clean, you just lay it right on there, and you wouldn't have to have your sterile gloves. Does blue go up or down? See, I'm so bad. The blue line? Up?
You think?
Blue line goes up. See, it's been a while since I've done dressing. And then you put the dressing, the ABD on here. All right? Then what I prefer to do, and I think Dr. Thomas even said this, is I take my gloves off now. Then I'll get the tape. Because to tear tape with the gloves on, it's really, really difficult.
Wash your hands.
Well, you really don't need to, because you just took your sterile gloves off. And what'd she say about the, what else do you have to do with the tape?
Initial?
You're gonna put your initials.
Yeah, so one piece of tape, you're gonna put your initials, date, and time it. Tape it, and then maybe this last piece, and you'll see some nurses, they'll go ahead and already have like pieces of tape here at the end of the table. Which, you know, if you clean the table, okay, but you know, usually it's not the greatest. And then this may be the one, you know, okay, I'm gonna put on here and put my date, initials and all of that. Cause this is gonna go there, it's not gonna go on the weight.
Do you write it while on the patient or while
No, do it on there. Don't do it on the patient because you might have to press a little harder and the patient may not like it. So again, the biggest thing is how to put the sterile gloves on, maintain this as a sterile field.
So when you go side, away, and then forward.
Mhm.
the test gonna work? We're gonna have a.
Hmm?
How's the test
Side,
gonna work? Are we
away,
gonna
No,
have?
it's away, side, side.
Mhm.
Away.
Away.
Whatever's
Side,
furthest away.
side,
towards.
That's what I thought it was.
No, did I do it wrong?
No, I'm asking you, I don't know.
No.
So that's cleared up. Away, side, side, and then towards.
So then again. If you're gonna do, you know, a packing one. I think, look at that one behind you.
The one by the door has the packing.
I think this one does too. Go up further. I think that one's packing. Let's move over there real quick. Yeah. Let's go over there real quick. Take the dressing off. The one at the top.
It's alive.
I figured. Yeah, I was cool.
We're dropping everything.
You can take the bag and the blue paper out first, right? Before you put your sterile gloves on, or is it best to you have your sterile gloves on before you take that? Take it out in the morning. In the bag, in the red bag, or in
The
just
red
have
bag
it
you can. As long as you don't touch
There's
anything
anything
else.
else? Yeah.
So physician's orders, raise the head of the bag, tell the patient what you're doing. No, just keep going, keep going. No, you're good,
Right,
you're
I didn't
good.
do all that.
Wash your hands.
And then you have the non-sterile gloves on to take the old dressing off. I think that's a packing one.
The tape is really packing.
You mean to like get the tape off? Alcohol, right? You get alcohol?
There's like, what's the name of the ones that you use for the tape? It's not alcohol. It's like a certain thing that you use.
It's like
for
a skin
IVs.
prep, it's like a skin prep, an adhesive remover. I think they have it, I think that's what it's called, just an adhesive remover.
Yeah, it's tucked in.
Inside the piece.
Alright, we don't
Yeah,
take
his
this
thing.
one, 'cause it's like. You want me to just leave it like that?
No, just
Well,
the
chest
chest
comes
up.
up. I didn't
The
want you
chest
to,
comes
I didn't
up,
want
but-
you to,
But no, go ahead and just leave it like that.
that's what I was,
Yeah.
like really.
Okay, and now let's see what we got.
Nothing.
Incision.
Oh, wait.
You want me to put it back?
Oh, wait. Delete this video.
Yeah, we'll do.
Try it again.
Someone said April Fools.
That one is the same.
Probably an
So this is gonna be your dry dressing, so you have a 50-50 chance of getting this one or getting a wet to dry.
Wet to dry is the bereavement, and then the dry
The
is
wet to
just
dry
an
is over there?
incision.
By the door, there's
Okay, so, okay. Yeah, this is the one.